Ay, big old freak, big booty, big old tree. I'ma make him wait for the pussy. Hit it in these big old ski. Ay, feet on the bed. I fuck him up in the head.
Haters in my rear view, I don't see those. Hating bitches boosting up my ego. How you hating when you looking through the peephole? Hating hoes, I don't see those. Glamazante, they gon' have to pay me. Glamazante, they gon' have to pay me. Broke ass niggas, they gon' have to pay me. Broke ass bitches, they gon' have to pay me. Design on my wrist and my feet, squeak, squeak. I walk in the bitch and I'm lit. I might take your bitch. Your nigga he high on my dick. Glamazante, they gon' have to pay me. Design on my wrist and my feet, lit. I know I'm the shit, I know I'm the shit.
So hey you guys, this is Blvd and I'm back with another video. You guys, today I'm back because since y'all know I low-key, I wasn't gone, but I kind of haven't been here like I've been here. Y'all know I normally really be here, but I wasn't really here like I normally be, okay? So I was still posting, but it wasn't as frequent. It wasn't as frequent. And to be honest, you guys know I went out the country, then I got back and I was in Maryland, then I drove from Maryland to Cali. I did like a little excursion or whatever, so I've been gone for a little bit. Now I wanted to talk about something that's gonna been questioned me a lot. I said, hey, what do you guys want and what kind of videos are y'all interested in? Comment them below. And the last 2 or 3 times I've asked, I got a lot of questions about my mental health state. About my mental health and where is my depression at right now. If you guys are OG sis and you are OG subscriber, you guys know I've been through like hell and back. I've been through a lot of stuff, even stuff I don't share before. I haven't shared before on camera. I've been through like a lot of traumatic stuff as well. So it's a lot of my, not a lot, but a good bit of my subscribers came from that portion of my life when I was really going through something. I was trying to figure myself out and I couldn't understand the things that was going on in my life. I'm not even gonna hold you, but I feel like since that time in my life, I've grown into such a crazy, beautiful individual. And I say that because where I came from, I never would have thought I would have been here right now. I didn't see that. And I'm talking about everything from my lifestyle, where I lived at, where I came from, far as when I was born, until to the point where I was in college and I was going through like that thing. And before that, that's a tricky thing with depression, is you don't really see the future as the future could really possibly be. You kind of only see it as one way, and that it's not going to be a positive future. And with me, it ended up not being true. My future has been pretty positive and I'm really blessed for that, and I have to thank God. But I want to be really authentic with y'all and transparent. And you guys, I've been gone for a while and I've tried to record videos like 3 or 4 times and it didn't work out for me because I don't know, I just wasn't into it. I don't think my mood was off, and y'all know me, I'm not gonna hop on camera if my mood is off, because I'm off, and at that point I just can't do it. I'm just gonna do a brief recap. Like you guys know, I suffer with depression about 4 years ago. It went to a breaking point where I really couldn't deal with it, and at that point I got a therapist, a psychiatrist. I was on medicine. A couple of the medicines I was on was Lexapro and Fluoxetine. So once I graduated from college, I moved out here, and when I moved out here, I've been out here for 2 years now. So when I moved out here, I vowed to myself that I would not take my medicine anymore. I will wean myself off my medication. And that's what I did. I stopped taking my meds. I didn't do cold turkey because, you know, you're not really supposed to do that. But I weaned myself off by taking lesser and lesser dosages, to the point where it was like almost no dosage, and then it was completely none. Excited for that. I'm really pumped. And it's a new journey. It's a new thing because I don't have something pretty much helping me within. I don't have something like a substance helping me. It's now between me and God, even though it's been God in the whole situation, but it's more so on me to keep myself together, you know. Right now with my depression, I don't really know where it's at. I'm gonna say I don't never ever 100% think my depression fully went away. I don't think that. I think that that's probably something that's genetically in me, just because I look at my genetics and it kind of makes sense. Another thing I will say is that I feel like everybody has a bit of depression in them. I mean, it might not be a strong amount, but I feel like when you get in your slumps or up and down motions, maybe it's seasonal or whatever kind of things like that, but everybody has a little something in them, you know, that sometimes gets them off. I know me, I get off my game sometimes. I'm just like, I don't feel like doing nothing. I'm gonna stay in the bed all day. I'm mopey. I don't want to do shit. And I think that just is just life. But one thing I am happy about is, since I went to my doctors and things like that, I know I have triggers, and what I do is I focus on staying away from my triggers. So I wouldn't say I'm currently like depressed as in like 100%, but I do feel like I was depressed. I got my depression under control with medication. Then my depression like halfway came back after I got off my medicine, because I had to learn my triggers and focus on myself after being on medicine. So I kind of partially got it back together, and now I'm at the point where it's like I'm fighting between midway of depressed and literally not depressed, and that's okay with me for right now, because it's like I'm tapping into certain things. I notice with myself certain things that happen in my life, and it makes me a little bit more intuitive of what's going on. So for example, like right now I'm going through a life change of, you know, I'm getting to learn myself. I'm getting to control certain emotions that I have. I'm getting to really understand why I do certain things, and understand I'm getting to an older age and that I want different things in my life. So of course, with that misunderstanding, it's like I have some moments where I'm like thrown off, but I'm not completely like just out here moping and crying. It's just normal stuff. Before, it was to the point where it was like overdose stuff. I don't want to get out the bed. I don't want to deal with anybody. I'm just sick of everybody. Fuck all y'all. Don't talk to me. It was like I was in my bubble, and I couldn't even grasp the fact that I wasn't the only person going through this. Now with me being older, I understand that I have certain things that I do that I need to change, that, you know, I need to be more in tune with other people, and I need to understand other people, and understand that sometimes you can't understand everybody, and it's just one of those things where you just have to disagree on the situation. Triggers for me is I can't watch certain movies, certain situations with friends I can't deal with at certain times. Sometimes if I've had like a shitty day, or like when I say shitty, like a couple things have happened that haven't gone my way or that I expected them to go, I have to be like, okay, I'm done for today with everything else. I've checked out. So literally for the rest of the day, I'm going to go watch a movie. I'm going to go buy something to eat that I like. I'm going to talk to one of my friends that really put me in a good mood, or I am just going to go take a nap. So that's kind of stuff. And before, I wouldn't think like that. I would think like, oh my God, I'm depressed. Oh my God, like my dad's been so shitty. Let me just keep trying to keep doing all this other stuff. And then when I would try to do other stuff, that wouldn't go right either. And then I would just be thrown off completely, and it would just make it even worse. So now I am more in tune with myself to the point where I know if stuff is not going a certain way, and I can tell if my mood is going down, that it's time to cut it, and for the rest of the day it's got to be about me. And if I can't help it for the rest of the day, it's get your shit together. You just got to push through this one more thing, and then after that you can do your own thing. And that's what I do. I talk to myself a lot. Not no crazy shit, bitch, but I just talk to myself so I can understand this is why this is happening and what's going on with me, and I don't let it get so far. And that's something that was happening before. I kept like putting it off. And like I said, for example, with friends, like I have a lot of friends that have my phone, but sometimes I just don't answer them, or I don't text them back, because at that point I can't really talk about it. Like the other day, I was having a pretty okay day, but it wasn't like, you know, it wasn't the best. And I'm gonna be honest, it wasn't the best. But I had one of my friends, she had hit me up, and she just basically said, you know, she was just talking to me casually, and then I could tell there was something wrong with her, because the way she had just kind of texted me. And then she said to me, she feels like, basically, I'm not gonna say word for word, but she basically said she felt like our energy levels when we're around each other has kind of been off lately, and we're not seeing eye to eye. And when she said that, I said, okay, I've had enough emotional stress today from all the other stuff that's going on in my life, so I'm gonna deal with this at a different day. And I think that I didn't understand it before, is that you do have the responsibility and obligation to yourself to only take what you can take. And at that day, maybe to somebody else that was something small, maybe somebody else it was something big, but to me, I said, you know, I know where she's going with this conversation. I at the time didn't really feel like our energy levels off. I just felt like it was just a ting I did, but she felt like that, and I knew that if we indulged in that conversation, it could go one or two ways. It could go a positive way, or it could go a negative way, or it could be like a middle ground of we both not understanding each other. And at that point, I said, you know what, I can't deal with it today, and I'm not gonna do it today. And it's no shade to her, because I still fuck with her, I love her to death, but at the point I couldn't deal with it that day because it wasn't something that I could handle. So what I did is I did not text her back. And people probably like, oh, you was being shady, but I really wasn't. I wasn't at all. It was just I couldn't deal with it. I couldn't deal with it. I couldn't deal with it. And so I just had to step back. And that's something I noticed with me. I have to notice my triggers, and I have to know when it's time to pull back, and I have to know when it's time to stay in it and work harder, work through it, work past it. And I just realized that at that moment, that shit was not like, it didn't matter what the fuck. I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. I couldn't get the energy to it. And it is what it is. So far as my depression, I'm not going to say I'm depressed. I'm not going to say I'm like the happiest person ever, because I'm not a phony honey. I'm not phony honey. But it's just like, I probably say, if you say on a 100% scale, I probably say I'm 20% like still battling, still fighting my depression. I think you have everyday life, and everybody takes everyday life differently. And with me, it's certain things that happen to me that still can throw me off. They're not things that probably happened to me in college. They're not things that happened to me before college, but it's things that just happen, and I just have to deal with it. Like, I don't know, I just gotta deal with it. So with that being said, that kind of answered the depression thing, I hope. Yes, I still battle with a small portion of my depression, but I'm able to now know my triggers and know things that can help me keep it under control. I haven't started taking my meds again. I haven't started talking to a therapist. I haven't started talking to a psychiatrist, but I just am working through it myself, you know, and I'm getting more in tune with myself, and I just figure out what I want, and I realize that certain things in the universe happen that I can't change, and I just have to deal with it. And I feel like if you understand that everybody sees the world through different lenses and different views and eyes, then you'll also understand that when certain things happen that's out of your control, it's nothing you can do about it. And then you also will understand that you are not the only person that's going through everything you're going through. With me, I often thought I was the only person going through what I was going through, and even right now that I'm the only person that goes through what I go through, of feeling like not complete. I feel like I really don't understand everything that goes on with me. I don't understand why I'm in a certain position that I'm in, and I don't understand why this happens and what doesn't happen. I just would think about all that stuff, and once I understood that the world, the life is life, and it's nobody knows, like nobody knows what could really happen. So once I understood that, you know, I kind of got to take every day as a new day. So once I did that, I kind of feel like I was in a way better spaces. So I hope you guys enjoy this video, and I hope you guys could really understand where I was coming from and get what I was trying to exactly say and what I was trying to portray over, because mental health and depression, that's all like really serious, and I used to do them so frequently before, and I'm kind of stagnant with my mental health right now. And when I say stagnant, I'm just trying to figure out my whole situation. What I said to y'all, I'm trying to figure out what's going on with me. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. I hope you guys enjoyed this chill ass video. Like I said, I was gonna do my makeup, sitting down talking and stuff, but I was like, you know, I'm not even into that right now. I just want to do the video and just be on my day. So I just want to give you guys my mental health update. This is why I've been gone. This is where I've been, and this is what's going on with me, sis. And also, you guys need to follow me on my Instagram, Glamazante, and my vlog channel, Glamazante Vlogs, because you guys, I be getting it popping over there. We been having fun, okay? Because bitch, I just drove from Maryland to Cali in an RV. Bitch, me, Maryland to Cali in an RV, okay sis? So y'all need to get my vlogs. But I'll see you guys. Mwah. See ya.